Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, and what do we think we might probably magic? Have you been ever asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailor? Go. Dreamers and much would be heard and answered when wished on the moon. And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection.
Clouds are far behind me.
Look happy to meet me. Some of snow may bloom and grow.
With good friends you can't lose. It's good to become a habit. Opportunity knocks once less and fancy free. Getting there is half the fun. Palm trees and warm sand. Though sadly we just left Rhode Island. We did what? Just forget it. Moving right along. Moving right along. Nice town. Footloose and fancy free. We're ready for that big time. Is it ready for me? Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, begin with a spin, traveling. You'll be free if
an eerie sight.
Said, whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
It's now the mash.
It's now
I did the mash. I did the monster mash. I did the mash. I did the monster mash.
Faithful hand in hand.
Don't get strung out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Looks familiar. Vaguely.
Oh, dear Lord. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no... All day long, I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy...
When I was younger, Mr. Paddy.
Maybe you did. It's so dreamy. Oh, fantasy free me.
Would you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat. Snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
Halloween, Halloween.
Talk.
So, David Bowie was peed on by a baby actor while playing in the Labyrinth, playing the dark character in the Labyrinth, the Prince. And he had a private juggler to help him with the balls, named Michael Motion, who would be behind him and using his hand to shift the balls around. That wasn't Bowie. But he did sing in it. It was part of the soundtrack. He got peed on.
You remind me of the day.
If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
listen closely.
I'd like to introduce our drummer, Lee Crystal. He's from the city, and this is his first gig with us. In fact, this is our first gig together. You know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about me, so I decided to write a song about that. I'm sure you have some ideas in your head.
Getting bored everywhere.
What? Well, let me roll up onto the sidewalk and take a little bit. I saw my baby crying corners, babe could cry. What could I do? Tiptoe through the window.
So this house, there's some clues. There's piled shrubbery. There's no blinds. There's curtains, but if you look in here, and I'll back up so you can see, you'll see an interior light. Yeah, there's the interior light. No cars. There's kind of like loose wood against the wall. No cars and no security signs. So they're not moved in yet. You can also see there's a tabletop, stuff that they didn't want, but they're not there yet. They're not gonna want that around if they're there. Okay, I have been put into The People's Artist, which is a Johnny Depp project, I guess coming from wherever Johnny Depp is. I heard he was in France. I did present an original painting that's on my wall. I am 21st in my group, so you can vote for me. I'll put my photo, and I'll put the website to where you can vote in below. If I didn't see this, I'm sorry. You can go to Johnny Depp's People's Artist and put in, I believe, Cole Spivey and vote for me. Correction, on the People's Artist with Johnny Depp, I'm known as Jonathan Spivey, which sometimes you see on the monitor, it says Jonathan's iPhone. So it's Cole Spivey on the YouTube. And then on the People's Artist, you'll vote for me under Jonathan Spivey. Regular spelling of Jonathan, Spivey's S-P-I-V-E-Y. You can vote for me. I'd appreciate that. I hope you get this message well. We'll find out the winner within 8 days. Today is May 6th, so 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. So May 14th, we'll find out who's the top 20. That will be listed in a magazine, an art forum magazine. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. It's Elysian Art or something like that. I'll look at it later. It's the Elysium Saloon in the Johnny Depp's People's Artist. Art Forum is the magazine. They list 20 of them, and you get $25,000 if you win. So please vote for me and my painting that's on my wall that I took a photo of. They do recommend that you do paintings. But yeah, check it out. And just as Johnny Depp would do if anything happens and they say, you know, to you, is that really your artwork? You always answer very quickly with, oh, sure. Oh, yeah, sure. That's my impression. Is that your artwork? Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Yes, sure. Well, I don't know if he'd say most definitely, but he'd say, oh, yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, yeah. You can bet on that. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure. Sure it is. Yeah. All right. Yep. Sure. Oh, sure. Johnny is talking about the People's Artist. I guess somewhere. I don't know where he's at. But sometimes he speaks from a dungeon. But in this one, he's got paint on his shirt. Some kind of semi-grunge looking attire with a hat. Talking about memory and storytelling and painting. But I know he's done a lot of painting. He looked like he beefed up a little bit, but then there's photos and rumor that he lost a massive amount of weight. I'm going to look at this lion for a second. Okay. And then maybe this duck, too. We're going to look at the duck for a second. I just have to kind of do this. Okay. And then there's where he's beefed up, and then there's stuff where he's very skinny. So, it happens. Why I'm mentioning that is because I was thinking if he was a big guy or a little guy. But he does talk about the People's Artist. He does talk about it. This place is all bills paid. There's not a lot of those places around anymore, but this one's actually one of them, of the few. There's gamers and things like that live here. I've dropped off some pizza here. But regardless, whatever size he is, he's talking about art on the People's Artist with paint on his shirt. He paints. He's a painter now, so he has a lot of paintings. He does painting, pop art, kind of pop art culture, kind of stuff like that. Boy, he's a raggedy tuxedo. Regardless, I do have a good pitch for Johnny Depp, a squirrel story. This is called Cities Boulevard Squirrels. This is only the pitch. It starts with Nutty. He's flattened on the road. We can see there's a road right here. We don't see one. I've shown a few. They usually get it in the head, but they flat like a rug on the street. He's gone. No resurrecting. Timmy holds a meeting near a field with Johnny and Lucy. These are the two other squirrels. Lucy's pregnant. They have to go out into the road, regardless of the danger, and scrape Nutty off the street and carry his flattened body back to the old oak tree for burial. And they go through a lot of a whole rigmarole of stuff, including a cat, a farmer's cat that was left behind. There has been a movement in the peanut farm because of probably housing development, but the peanut farm has been moved to another zip code, so they're going to move too. And they run into another squirrel named Chuck. 4 major living characters, and then of course Nutty, and then of course the farmer's cat tries to get them, but they escape the farmer's cat's destruction, or at least his claws, by hiding in a sprinkler that they know when the sprinkler will go off. And so they sit on top of the sprinkler. They kind of pile up on the sprinkler. It's loosely based on Rescuers. It's a Disney movie that my grandfather took me to when I was very young. It is written. It's on Fiction Press at my pseudonym Ash Cole. There's also East Boulevard, or East Mid-City Boulevard Squirrels too. He'd make a good Johnny. There's not a whole lot of dialogue, but I still need to kind of revamp it probably a few times. There's a speech given. You do meet Chuck the hobo squirrel, and there's other plans for them to eventually later on get on an airplane and fly to Disney World, where they have an adventure. And there's another time they get on a boat, I believe, and they eventually make it to Disneyland too. It's probably a migrant boat that they get on, a shipping boat. And they also, somehow in the future, there's another story where they make it onto a NASA spaceship and find ways to survive on peanut butter or peanuts. And then eventually they make it up to Canada, to like a commune kind of thing. But it's children's stories that I've created based on Mid-Cities Boulevard, where there are a lot of flattened squirrels, if you've ever been over there. We're passing the Trinity right here. Barely could see it. All right. Whoa, hello. Yikes. If you see something like that, $4.29 a gallon, time to get that $5 meal, including 2 hot dogs and a drink and some chips. My goodness, hoping they have it. I don't see it anywhere on the signs. They do have an $8 whole sub and Coca-Cola. $4.29. That's high. It's F-35 Lightning. Huh. That is not what it said. Yeah, that is correct. So, there might be one called White Settlement Boulevard Squirrels, where they hijack an Air Force plane. One of the squirrels, probably Timmy, he probably hijacks a F-35 Lightning II, takes it for a joyride with maybe John. Well, it's a single plane. You know, sometimes you have a double plane, single headered plane, whatever we call it. I mean, it's only one person flying it. Single jet plane, or single engine plane is what they call it, like a MiG. But it's an F-35 Lightning II is usually one piloted plane. In this case, the squirrel would have probably a couple of helpers, maybe Lucy and Timmy and Johnny. They could all work the controls to fly the F-35 because they're squirrels, you know. You know, one works a stick shift, the other one maybe works some other thing. They're all flying around in the air, hitting like Mach 2 and stuff. And they're squirrels flying the F-35 Lightning II. Just an idea. But it'd be called White Settlement Boulevard Squirrels in that you know, episode. There's different seasons of the squirrel in this show. You know, there's the East Boulevard Mid-Cities, or the East Mid-City Boulevard Squirrels. There's the West Mid-Cities Boulevard Squirrels. There's the Mid-Cities Boulevard Squirrels, the original. Things like that. And then there's one where they get a NASA flight and thing. Got weird names now. This one's known as Sadaki Lime. Corn nuts. Now, in one of my stories, I believe it was West Mid-City Boulevard Squirrels. They do end up at Disney World and possibly Disneyland. They do accidentally get put onto a commercial airliner because one of them accidentally gets into a suitcase that's left out in the front of the lawn before the homeowner takes off to go on a vacation. A squirrel jumps into one of the suitcases, probably after a bag of peanuts. He gets loaded through TSA right there on the commercial airliner. Eventually gets out chews his way out through the zipper case, and then jumps out the unloading aspect of the airline, you know, lands on the tarmac and runs his way all the way through town and gets on a bus or something that leads all the way to Disney World, and then jumps off that and then enjoys all the peanuts at Disney World. A couple of them follow him there. They make home in Disney World. Eventually, somehow they get on a ship that goes all the way around through the other side of Mexico, through one of the, like Panama Bay or whatever, all the way to Florida to Disney World. From Disneyland to Disney World. Or from Disney World to Disneyland. Sorry, from Florida to California. And then probably back again. Then they end up in Canada and they started like a commune up there. These different squirrels. Mostly Timmy, Lucy, and Johnny. And of course Lucy finally has her kid along the way on one of these ventures. And that one would be called like Nutty Jr. or something like that. That used to be the entrance to Carswell Air Force Base. It is now a federal prison. Yeah. It's very interesting. I don't know about that part, but that part is, you can tell. That's the scenic view right here. Burgers Lake is right near there, where we used to go for birthday parties and stuff like that as a kid. Carswell was right there next to it. You could go there and get really cheap clothing, cheap stuff. You could just go on the base. If you had a pass, you could go in and buy really cheap, you know, tennis shoes or groceries and things like that. Now they turned that into a prison. And then what they did with Carswell Air Force Base is they eventually turned it to JRB, or they mutated it with JRB. It's a Joint Reserve Base with a Naval Air Station. So it's a Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base. You're seeing some of the things that I don't know how long that federal prison has been there.
Baby, here on mix.